this early in camp, I see you doing a lot of teaching out there. How do you think your quarterbacks are kind of coming along so far?
Well, they're doing good. I think today was our fourth practice. They have an understanding of what we're doing, just about technique and fundamentals and timing. And, we got to realize we love Jason. He's, is a competitor and a leader, but he hasn't really played much ball, so he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah, talking more about Chase, completed some nice passes today. The intermediate routes seems like he's really good at. Is that kind of what you saw today too?
Well, that's what we're trying to develop. He's a runner that likes to throw deep, so we're trying to develop the passing game and a controlled passing game so that we can be better on third downs. So that's one of our emphasis with them, is understanding when they get extra depth how to drop the ball down and control the ball instead of being erratic, throwing down the field all the time. So it's one of our emphasis.
Talk about Cam Thomas, a freshman. It seems like a kid with a lot of tools, just learning right as a freshman.
Well, yeah, I think there could be some people that are surprised with how Cam is, but we did a lot of evaluation with Cam, and I pretty much knew what we were getting into. And I know he's very talented, really good kid, has a really good demeanor, understands how to handle himself. So I'm not surprised with how well Cam's doing right now. I think a lot of people are, just because he didn't get recruited very much. And when we took him, there was a lot of people who probably questioned that because he didn't have any offers or anything, and now he's here and he's looking really good. It's because we spent a lot of time with the process and talking with his parents about how he is and how to motivate him, how does he learn, and he's really he's a big time recruit. He's a big time kid.
Yeah, the ball really kind of comes out of his hand with some zip on it. That's obviously what you saw when you watched him in high school.
And I guess what you can't see is his demeanor, how he handles himself in the huddle. As he's calling plays at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't have problems, but when most freshmen, they have problems, with their hands under the center, directing traffic and going through cadence and things like that. He doesn't really, or seeing coverage and knowing where the linebackers are dropping, and he doesn't have a problem with any of that. So I think it's a big time get. It's always good to have a great recruiting class, but when you put a great quarterback in the class, that is what makes a recruiting class the type that can change your program ultimately.
Jeff George saw some playing time last year, had a good game against Michigan State. What are you seeing from him in camp?
He's doing really good. Obviously he's a lot more experienced now. The game time, was really good for him because he understands what it's like to be out there. He understands what it's like to prepare for a game. And the game planning and the checks and everything that goes into preparing for a game and how fast it is and how the timing of the passing game works. And, him getting playing time last year in major games on the road, was really good for him. So I've seen a lot of development in Jeff. I'm really happy for him right now.